nudes from your phone.
Yeah, why?
Yeah. Now, first off, I'm a big fan of nudes.
Oh, you are.
Huge
Yes,
fan
you are.
of nudes. I'm a
You
visual creature. Love them, and it's like the best gift you can get, especially in a relationship, whether it's a long-standing relationship or it's like a new relationship.
Yeah.
It's always exciting. It's like Christmas morning. But you should send and delete as quickly as possible. I just want the camera to see you putting on makeup. There you go. Record this segment real quick. And done. It's Rock on 2.1 KFMA. And now, Amari's smarter than I am. She's not even on social media, which is bad news for creeps out there who want to kind of check out pictures of potential cleavage. Yeah, it's not there. Okay, and that's good. Now, there's plenty of reasons why you don't have a social media page. I personally do enjoy social media, but I do know that also people can fall victim based off their social media. I know I still get spam emails all the time just because of my social media.
Right.
So there are things that you should never post on your social media when it comes to your personal info, and actually got a small list, okay? And I'll explain. First and foremost, they say your relationship status, and not because of the funny part of, updating it and everyone like cheering you on, like, oh, thankfully someone decided to love you. And then a couple weeks later being like, false alarm, guys. I got to switch this back. And then all the care emojis, like, I'm giving you a virtual hug. Won't hug you in real life, but, I'm not making this about me. Your relationship status. And the reason why, because widows and widowers are big targets.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so if you update it that you're a widow, and it could be 100% factual and upsetting and unfortunate, right? It doesn't matter. That means there's people out there that are looking to take advantage of your grief, so you don't even want to update that, okay?
Wow.
Also, your vacation plans. Never announce them.
Oh, right.
Wait until after you get home. Because, again, then they know. And hell, this happens all the time. Even now it's happening with sports stars like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Both their homes got, raided and robbed while they were on TV playing a high-profile football game. There's nothing they could do about that.
No.
I mean, hell, you could look at the NFL schedule and know when these players aren't going to be home, but now they know that they need to have somebody at their house when they're away, and that sucks.
It does.
All right, videos of you talking. Son of a bitch!
Wait, why?
Well, because then they could do AI and everything. Yeah. Now, I've already put myself way out there.
Oh, you're out there.
Yeah, dude. It's like,
yeah, there's going to be an AI robot of you at some point for sure.
yeah, I know. Even that one's going to suck. All right, expensive electronics you're selling. You don't want to post that on social media because, again, it makes you a target for robbery.
Oh.
Yeah. You're walking, hiking, or biking routes. They say, this is again. Now, I think if you're a burly dude out there, you're alpha bro like Rico, you're like, please, I wish someone would.
Try me.
Yeah. It's still not a good idea to post these routes on social media because you never know who's creeping and lurking. Also, your kid's school or activities.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know. I had to make that decision earlier on in my career. I didn't even realize it. And that's the reason why I named my daughter Veal. I had to give her a name, and not because there was any kind of like potential threat. There was a little too much information known where I was getting phone calls of them saying my daughter's real name and the school that she went to and knowing a little too much. And that was, I had to protect her. So. All right, so I gave her a stupid name, and then no one wanted to be her friend. All right, and then also your work details. These are things that you don't want to post just because, again, it's going to make it easier for scammers to target you. And that's 100% the reason why you don't want to post any of these things. Is for potential burglars or scammers.
Yeah.
Anyone that is looking to take advantage. So if you want to protect yourself with social media, that's the personal info that you want to keep off of it. Now, why should you delete nudes from your phone?
Yeah, why?
Yeah. Now, first off, I'm a big fan of nudes.
Oh, you
are. Huge fan of nudes. I'm a visual creature. Love them, and it's like the best gift you can get, especially in a relationship, whether it's a long-standing relationship or it's like a new relationship. It's always exciting. It's like Christmas morning. But you should send and delete as quickly as possible because everyone knows that if you find a phone, you'll probably find some nudes on that phone. It's almost like the fingerprint being locked into the phone. And there were a couple pervy police officers in Missouri that assumed this. So they were targeting women pulling them over, and then coming up with this BS excuse that they needed to look through their phone to double check their identity / insurance. And while they would do that, they were looking for nudes. And when they would find nudes, then they would take their cell phone and take a picture of it. Yes. Yeah, it was State Highway Patrol Officer David McKnight and ex-fluorescent officers Julian Alcala. They were both hit with unrelated indictments alleging similar behavior. So this was something that was known amongst the department, where some people are like, hey, it's a fun game to play. Collect the nudes, pull over the hottest chicks you can find. And then, this police officer's doing that, totally creeping out.
So
and it's
skeevy.
highway patrol in Missouri. Maybe, they're just bored and full-blown perverted. And anyways, they were both hit with similar indictments alleging similar behavior, with charges alleging depriving women of their rights and destroying evidence. And between September 2023 and August 19th of this year, former Officer McKnight, victimized 9 women by pulling them over for a traffic violation, then telling them he had to look through their phone to either verify identification or insurance information. Then he would take the pictures of the nudes. Now, it was out of those 9, I'm sure he was 9 for 9. I doubt that he even came across someone he pulled over who he targeted as an attractive woman, looked through the phone, and didn't find a nude. That's how common it is for women to take nudes and to send nudes, because men desperately ask for nudes all the time.
Wow.
So, and nothing wrong against nudes. I am not anti-nude. As I said before, I'm 100% pro-nude.
Yes, you are.
But to protect yourself from, somebody that you don't want to see of seeing it, you want to delete it almost immediately.
Yeah, well, my phone is safe. He'd be very bored on my phone. It's just pictures of my children.
Yeah, I understand that, because you're married and stuff and you haven't sent it. When was the last time you sent your husband a nude?
Oh, man, I don't even know.
All right, go to the bathroom. Just do it real quick. Just one boob. Brighten the guy's day up.
You see him all the time. I'm breastfeeding.
He's a provider. He's a good dude.
Oh.
One boob for a good dude. I think that's the rule. In fact, if you're listening out there and you haven't sent a nude to your husband in a long time, send him at least one boob and say, well, don't say it's from me, because they're going to think you're banging me. But anyway, let's hit the reset. We got your F My Lives coming up next. All right, and we are back here live, and it's good that, Lindsay, you have it locked away and your keys. We were talking about nudes and the importance of not having them on your phone, because pervert cops will find a way to look at that. That was the horrifying story that we shared this morning of Missouri cops, or Mississippi. It was Missouri cops. Same thing. Mississippi's in Missouri.
Oh, the same.
Yeah. Please let me reintroduce my good friends from your Tucson Roadrunners. We got Kim and Ryan joining us after they stood me up at the movies last night. And that's okay. I'm fine with that. Not that I like hanging out with friends post-birthday, but it is what it is. I'm not going to make this about me. There was other stuff that I was going to mention and talk about, but I'm blanking right now because we talked about nudes, and then we talked about Wicked and how I would never go see Wicked.
Right,
Now, did you like the movie Wicked?
You don't need to ask me. Ask Ryan, because he'd never seen it.
I thought it was really good.
No, see, I don't.
And I went in.
Yeah, I don't.
I literally got in the car and I was like, okay, what do I expect?
And you're with three women who are gonna love this. It's a musical about Wizard of Oz, and it's like it's not a retelling of Wizard of Oz. It's like the next chapter or what
It's
if
like the
style.
prologue.
Yeah, it's before.
I didn't even
and
know
then
that.
During and then
But luckily, I had actually seen Wizard of Oz, so I wasn't completely lost.
How factual is it though? I mean, when Wizard of Oz came out, there wasn't a whole beginning, middle, end. We only grew up with knowing the middle.
It's all real. It's all real.
So yes, and Ariana Grande is in that movie. Who else? Who plays the witch, the Green Witch?
Oh, what's her name? Mario and I were
Elphaba?
just looking at
No.
her. Yeah, who plays Elphaba?
her
What's
actual
her name?
Oof. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't.
I'm Googling.
Hold on.
Googling.
Wait, so you said post-birthday beef? Did we miss your birthday?
Oh yeah,
it was
that's okay
Saturday.
though. Carlos
God, happy
asks
birthday.
speaking of nudes, isn't Kim the boss you showed your balls to? No, actually. Fun fact, not.
Did I not know about it? Was I unconscious?
You weren't.
God.
Well, you're not my boss, and you haven't seen my balls. So those are two things done and done. He's talking about who was the name of our boss beforehand?
Mark?
Mark?
No, not Mark. Mark's seen my balls, but it's cool.
Kristen?
Yeah, Kristen. At my birthday party 4 years ago. Yes. She didn't necessarily see my balls, but we were like, she came over to my house. We're all partying. I had a bunch of people over and we're drinking and we're playing left, right, center. And, and then Noah text somebody there, and Noah was the former Dusty. And that's my boy, so I went to go take a picture of my balls to send it back to him because I was that inebriated. So I did this in front of Kristen. Now, Kristen didn't see my balls, and then neither did Kayla. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I'm just finishing up this inappropriate story with my guests, Ryan and Kim from Tucson Roadrunners. So when I'm doing I'm a fun guy to party with, right?
Sounds like it.
Yes, absolutely. So
Can't wait.
I'll get to a certain point where I'm just like, no inhibitions and just like, woo! So I had a birthday party several years ago, invited over the Roadrunners crew along with, my crew. Mari was at that party earlier on. She wasn't around when this happened.
That's crazy because I've never been to a beef birthday
Me
party, and I've been
either.
working
I'd
for the team for
so
my fourth
curious.
season.
Yeah,
now.
no, but
Really?
this is before you started working there, or you just started interning and you weren't cool enough. So it doesn't matter.
Well, as soon as I came around, you
Now
just
I live
stopped
in a
doing it.
condo. Look, no, now I live in a condo and I can't invite people over because it's depressing. But I had a nice house for a second, and then so I decided to have a little house party for it. It was a very nice setup, and we had a fantastic time. So Carlos brought up the fact, asking if Kim was the boss that I inadvertently showed my testicles to, which Kim is not my boss, and she's never seen my testicles, sadly. Now, what happened was...
Success.
What happened was, it wasn't like a full-blown flash, because that's just rude, and I should have been fired. But I was sending a picture of my testicles to my boy Noah, all right, no Diddy, just as a way to kind of like, it's like surprise, and that's my boy, right? That's what friends do.
Okay.
They kind of mess with each other like that. So Noah reached out saying happy birthday in front of Kayla, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, Noah, yeah, let me send him something. Boom, picture of my testicles. I sent it. Now my boss or Kristen didn't see it, or Kayla didn't see as I whipped them out in the flesh, and I like took pictures, so I like moved away so they couldn't see. But what I would do is, and this I should be canceled for, I'd like throw my phone on the table and be like, don't look.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's what Carlos is bringing up. Now, both Kristen and Kayla have both moved on. And
I wonder why.
Yeah, so bigger and better, and not because of that whatsoever. They just had better opportunities.
For sure.
Okay, so
To be
that's
further away from pictures of
no,
your testicles.
no. First off, you could send them. That's fine. That's what the technology's for. But never. It was all friendly, and we all had a laugh, and no feelings or charges were pressed, right? So we were good. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. But that's not what we're going to talk about all hour. So you can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Yesterday, I took a cold plunge for the very first time.
Ooh, that sounds
Yeah.
fun.
Have you guys ever cold plunged?
Not cold plunge. I've done the cryo chamber.
Oh, see? Yeah. So, a lot of people are afraid to take a cold plunge, but the benefits of the cold plunge are mind-blowing, and I'll show a little video of the experience that Rico had at Tucson Cold Plunge yesterday on the podcast broadcast. But we'll be back more telling you what to expect this weekend when your Tucson Roadrunners host some live hockey games at the Tucson Arena. After new music from Bad Flower, here's Detroit on Rock 102.1. Yeah, should I have told that story on the air? Maybe not, in representing and the
All I
hockey-
got from that story is that you had a baby oil party that Ryan and I were not invited to.
A baby oil? What made you think baby oil?
Did he?
I said no. Yeah, well, I said no. Diddy, meaning
Well, I mean that usually means like
no. Yeah, no. It means I'm super straight. It means like Noah and I weren't trying to bang by any means. You know what I mean? That's my boy, but
you not trying to bang each other or others.
not trying to bang each other.
Oh well, that's good.
Yeah, exactly. And I wasn't even trying to bang others. I was in a relationship. I had my girlfriend there at the house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Jersey Mike's.
And Jersey Mike's is what I catered it with. I'm telling
Mari,
you.
were you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Was it fun?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
little
please
hang.
tell us
Yeah.
because we didn't get invited.
Well, she was
Yeah.
pregnant at the time. Kim wasn't even with the team because we still had Dave as the announcer.
That's not
and
my
so
fault.
No,
yes,
if Noah was still Dusty, I was not interning yet.
no, Noah left, but it was the Mormon dude after him. That was the
Caleb.
And yeah,
Yes.
Caleb was not invited. All right, so here, this is the cold plunge that Rico and I took yesterday. Here, so check out our little experience. And this is a rare sighting of hatless/shirtless beef. You've been warned.
All right, well, Rico and I have never done a cold plunge. Today is our first day, and we're doing it here at Tucson Cold Plunge. Let's see how this goes.
You ready to sweat it out, bro?
Yes, and then freeze my balls off. I'm scared, Rico. I'm scared.
I'm scared too.
What are some of the benefits of taking a cold plunge?
Decreases inflammation, increases circulation, helps you sleep better, boosts testosterone for men, and increases athletic performance. Anybody can benefit from this type of therapy.
How was it?
Oh my God. Feels good. Jumping into the jacuzzi right after is like heaven.
Yeah.
Spin the needles, jump in there.
Immediately after, you feel like you just drank about 6 shots of espresso. It's super energizing, very refreshing. And yeah, you just feel good.
I'm feeling good. We just did the Tucson cold plunge. I got energy. Maybe my body feel like alert and awake. We got up at 4:30, but I don't feel like I'm going to nap anytime soon. It's time we get to work.
All right. So, and spoiler alert, I napped hard right after. I was exhausted, though. Like, I wasn't feeling good at all yesterday, and I wanted to cancel it, but Rico wouldn't let me. And so we went and we did the cold plunge in the sauna and everything, kind of sweat out all the grossness that I was feeling. And then went home and took a solid, like, hour and a half nap and felt great. So.
Wait, how long are you in the cold water for, and then how long are you doing the other things afterwards?
So that's a good question. So you're supposed to only be in the cold plunge, which is an ice bath, about 30 seconds to like a minute and a half. You shouldn't stay in there too long, or that's going to be detrimental to your health. We did the sauna for about 10 minutes, busted out a good sweat, and then jumped in, cold plunge, then did the jacuzzi, then cold plunge, jacuzzi, did a little red light therapy, and then laid on this amethyst grounding table. Whatever. I'm not a fucking hippie.
Whoa,
And so
table.
we're getting back on the air. But yeah, it was a table, and that felt really good. Rock 1 2.1, Kip, man, welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents there. You just saw me, the most naked I'm ever going to be on film. I shared that. But if you want, if you're like, damn it, I missed it, you can watch the replay, youtube.com/beefvegan, or for all you, internet pervs out there, I did post our ice plunge experience on our Instagram page. So we have that going on. So, and you've done the cryo chamber before, huh, Ryan?
Yep.
Yeah. So how long were you in that for?
It's like the same.
Like 30
Same
seconds?
timeline.
Yeah. Now, was that like painful and crazy?
No, not really. It felt good. It was when I was in college playing hockey.
Right. So did you recover
gets
quickly?
all the lactic acid out. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's essentially like so as we get older, right? Not only I don't want to turn into Joe Rogan here, but like our bodies, like, we have a lot of inflation and things like that. So, as it's my understanding that, it kind of takes away from that inflation and you kind of get a little more limber. I mean, I feel physically recovered from doing the cold plunge yesterday, and I'm super stoked about it. It's something that's right down the street from me. I think I'm going to become a cold plunger now.
Oh.
Like once or twice a week. Yeah. Bust a sauna, and it should be ready for like good looking beef 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might happen.
But maybe talk about the inflammation, not the inflation.
Son of a
because
bitch. Did I say inflation?
You did.
Yep.
Well, it's on my mind, guys. I mean, inflation.
He's very concerned about the
Yeah,
economy.
oh my gosh.
I
We're gonna
will
talk
tell
about
you
that
why.
next, yeah.
I will tell you why, because literally the FTC. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's a different thing. Okay. In most U.S. cities, Americans need to make close to $108,000 to afford a single-family home. This, according to new research. Okay, $108,000. If you're thinking, oh yeah, well that's normal, you're wrong. Oxford Economics report that household needs, are basically twice of what they were in 2019. It was only $56,000 is what an American family needed to afford a single-family home. $56,000 in 2019.
Wow.
And that almost doubled today. And this is the reason why, Trump won the election, because the inflation is affecting Americans from coast to coast so much so that, you don't even think about it, because it just happened to our everyday costs of expenses. Just going to the grocery store and just paying the electric bill. You're just like, huh, that's weird. It's going up a little bit. And then you don't, like, the average American doesn't just, like, add it up annually. They just, as it in real time, they just kind of figure out that, they're just getting by and struggling. And they're like, what the hell's going on? And it's because the price of everything went up so much, so it's literally been doubled in 5 years.
That was such a slick pivot away from inflammation.
That's right. It's the reason why I said it.
I can't even wrap my brain around it. You're such a professional.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Don't come at me. Sometimes I'll mispronounce things just so I can give you some facts and drop them hard on you.
Yeah.
Now, you can look at the New York Post for the staggering information. Again, Oxford Economics is the source. Come at me, bro. Coming up next, we're going to talk about what to expect for your Tucson Roadrunners home games. We got 2 back-to-back games on Friday and Saturday, and we'll give you an opportunity to win tickets for said games. We're keeping the conversation moving on to podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. Clear. I just licked this phone. I'm going to have to go cold plunging now.
Yeah, you are.
At
You're
least,
all over the place right now.
well, I didn't mean to lick
Seems
the phone.
energized.
All's
Revitalized
plunging.
from
Yeah.
the cold
Your
plunge.
little hobbit feet on the video.
First off.
I knew that was going to be triggering.
Yeah. I mean, it's factual. You won't see me in flip-flops ever, but they're size 12, so I don't know about little hobbit feet.
Oh, they look so tiny in the little,
dude,
video.
look at oh. What about my hairline? That look better than expected?
It did, because I
See?
don't know what you look like without a hat. Did you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, I
Oh,
know.
You
yeah.
seen him without a
but-
hat? Oh.
I would also agree that the hairline was better than expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, dude. And honestly, I ran it by Mari before posting it. I'm like, tell me the truth. Look at this real quick.
I think it's just because at the top of after the snapback,
Uh-huh.
you don't see any hair, but that's really where it starts.
Yeah.
But when you're wearing a hat, you don't.
Yeah. That's
You have
You-
no idea where it starts.
You want to know what's crazy is that growing up, I had a widow's peak, right? So, like, my hairline, and you don't realize this as it goes, just like inflation, right? Over time, it's so gradual that you don't realize it's happening until you just kind of look back and be like, what the hell just happened?
And you can't afford anything.
Right. I can't afford hair plugs. Back in 2019, maybe, but Jesus. So with that though, yeah, like it just started gradually, like my widow's peak disappeared all of a sudden. And I was like, where the fuck did my widow's peak go? I mean, I was proud of that widow's peak.
Do you have
Which is-
pictures? I want to see. I want to see this
My
alleged
when I was
widow's
12.
peak.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to look deep. And I mean, I did post some throwback pictures on my Instagram page, but I'm always wearing a hat, so I don't think you even see.
Like not
Oh
any
yeah,
school
there's some hair on there.
pictures?
Here, I'll show you on my Instagram. School, you'd have to go to it to really get pictures, right? So, I mean, there's a couple pictures from school. All right, so here's young beef. Okay. All right, so here's me before moving my. I know I got a beanie on. Don't worry. There's gonna be hair pics. My best friend Clara and Corey, still my girls to this day. But there's my hair right there.
Oh.
All right, so even
dark,
here,
too.
the widow's peak is kind of disappearing. You can kind of see where it's coming in,
Mhm.
and that's some thick hair, dude. Huh?
Yeah, it is.
You know, I believe this
Is it
at-
straight? It looks like really straight.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you think? I got bi hair?
No, I mean you could have curly hair. Wait, what's
Oh
bi
yeah,
hair?
no, super straight.
Like look at like Ryan's has like a little curl to it.
yeah, that's bi hair. Let's see, and I'm wearing a hat there as well. So
He's just jealous.
I am. I am jealous, dude. Yeah. So yeah. So I did have a luscious, thick head of hair when I was younger. But I was at the point where I'm like, should I shave it all off? And my daughter's kind of encouraged me to do that. And I'm like, after seeing some pictures, like I'm not there yet. I'm not totally bald yet. I'm balding. I'm male pattern balding, like a real man.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. You just kind of lean into it. Eventually, what on your mom's side of the family, your mom's grandpa does he have a
mom's
full
dad.
head of hair? Yeah, your mom's dad. Thank you.
Try and remember.
Oh, did he pass away?
Yeah, like a long time ago.
Okay, sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what you say in those situations.
Yeah,
Kim.
Like historically on your mom's side, do the men
I think it's.
go bald early?
Or they have full head of hair.
I think my grandfather was fine,
That's who he meant.
but my 2 uncles
On your mom's side
on my mom's side.
are bald, but that's
Ooh.
from
Well, that's
their
from
mom.
their
That's
mom.
from your
Yeah.
grandmother,
So
right?
your grandpa is good to go.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like I partied hard. I absolutely did. I mean, is that a surprise to anybody who watches this stream? I had a good time. In fact, actually, I believe this picture right here, this might have been the bachelorette party.
Wait, how old are you here?
Looks like I'm 22.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Teresa, Beth, Clara, and then me. And I'm always surrounded by girls, right? So I was invited to a bachelorette party, and I went. And I was the only guy at this bachelorette party, right?
Were you
and that
so
was
stoked?
Clara. I was super stoked. But we go out to Scottsdale, and everyone had the same assumption. They assumed I was gay. So they're like, oh, what is going on here? I'm like, oh, it's a bachelorette party. And they're like, and you're part of it? Like, yeah. And they're like, so you're gay? Like, no. I'd be gay to say no to this situation, right? It was super cool to be there. But then it turned out to, like, I didn't realize that I'm like, yeah, this is going to be great. These are all my friends, or most of them anyways. Going to love this, party it up with my girls. But then I didn't realize I was going to turn into, like, security for the entire thing, and also be Captain Cockblocker for all these girls in relationships and trying to convince these guys, like, no, trust me. And honestly, that night, I've never been called gay more in my entire life. And sometimes out of anger and sometimes just out of assumption and making conversation. That one night alone was like, oh, so you're gay.
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing? Get out of here, gay, whatever.
You were 22-year-old Domingo.
Who's Domingo?
Do you guys know Domingo from Saturday Night Live?
Oh,
You were Domingo.
Well, no, because Domingo is like kind of flamboyant in his
Yeah.
personality.
A
I was
bit,
still
yes.
crude and like brutally hetero, in the way that I'm scrubbing and whatnot.
I need to see baby beef. I need like 6th grade beef. I need to see what that looked like.
I know.
I have a lot of assumptions in my head.
6th grade beef was gangster, actually. There's a picture of me rocking White Sox. Yeah, backwards hat. I was gangster beef in 6th grade.
I need proof.
Okay.
Receipts are needed.
Yeah, I'll send you pictures and stuff. And you could open up all of them and not have to worry about them possibly being my balls. You're fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna be on here in about 2.5 minutes. Who we facing this weekend, Ryan?
Calgary.
Calgary.
Okay.
And then followed up next Tuesday, Wednesday by Coachella.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Oh,
infamous Coachella. But we've been on a run, dude. Things have been looking pretty good. No,
Eh.
you keep shaking your head. No, I mean I'm seeing updates and highlights.
What was the road trip?
We're a little
one
roller,
and two.
we're a little
Yeah.
roller coastery right
Yeah.
now. We're finding our rhythm.
Anyone get called
Still
up
figuring it
recently?
out.
No, not as far as
I don't
did you
think
check
so.
transactions today?
No.
I'll check.
All right.
I have to go at 9:30, just so you know.
Yeah, that's
Got a
fine.
heart out.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be on in 2 minutes. Do you want to go right now then? Well, why? What are you doing?
I gotta go to a meeting that I'm leading for my real work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look
Wait,
at
so
you.
how
Got a real
long
job.
is the next?
Are you
Real
gonna wear
work.
this outfit in your meeting for real work?
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, what's your real work and stuff? Are you
I
like
I-
gang interventions?
Like,
you look.
get off the streets, kids.
Yeah. You look like you're trying to scare someone straight.
I'm cold.
Yes.
I'm cold. I recruit doctors
Oh,
for
yeah.
Mayo Clinic.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah. See.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But nobody's here, so I'm fully remote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna wear the beanie during the entire time?
Probably not. It's like nice inside my house.
Okay.
so,
You're like,
yeah.
come to Tucson, Holmes, be a doctor.
I'm the only one on our team who's here. Everybody else is like all over the country.
Well, that's good. Well, and that works out good for Zoom. What are you shaking your head at?
No transactions.
Oh, no,
No
good.
calls up.
That
Wait, so
means
how
my
long-
boy.
How long is the next segment?
5 minutes, which we're gonna be
You
on,
got-
and
yes,
yeah,
You've got time.
you got a little bit.
Okay.
You don't
All right.
want to be late though. I don't want you to get fired from your real job. Because I mean, hell, how many seasons do we have left in Tucson? We don't even know. We're looking at 3 as what the lease is for. So, and we still don't know if next season we're going to be affiliated with the Utah Hockey Club.
Hopefully.
I hope so,
Yeah.
right? I hope they continue the affiliation all the way through. And who knows what the relationship's like behind the scenes between the organizations here and there. I mean, it's obviously mutually beneficial, right? And that's what you need a farm team for.
I mean, it's possible to not have an affiliation. There are AHL
Yeah.
clubs without affiliation.
I know.
Well, there's
I
one.
know.
So.
Yeah, one, and
Well, I
they're
don't
good.
even think anymore because Chicago is now Carolina.
Oh, that's right.
Ah.
They were,
I mean, but it's
they were
possible-
literally independent for like one season.
Right.
And then said, F this.
Yeah, it's possible to exist in that space, but it would be
All right.
so hard.
Rocco on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Hanging out here with Ryan and Kim from your Tucson Roadrunners. Ryan is the game ops manager. Kim is the arena, the announcer, official announcer? Yeah. What's the title again?
The voice of the Roadrunners.
Yeah, the
because-
voice of the Roadrunners.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think little Jimmy might get upset if you say that, right?
He's like little Jimmy.
Yeah. Well, he's technically the voice of the Roadrunners, but
is.
when you go to the arena, you hear Kim gorgeously pronouncing the names of all our boys and announcing the goals and the penalties and everything else. And now jump on to make sure people are having fun and
You're
doing
so good
wacky
at that.
games
Yeah,
and stuff.
you're
Yes.
so good at that.
So this weekend we have Calgary. We're doing back-to-back games on Friday and Saturday,
Yep.
right? All right. So what are the themes going into this weekend for the whole families to come out and enjoy?
Friday, we got Faith and Family Night. And then
Faith
Saturday,
and Family Night. What's that?
We've done it for like the last couple seasons.
Okay.
It's basically just kind of like
With
you
your
know,
religious
church- yeah,
organization.
religious groups.
Oh,
church
nice.
groups.
Bringing out church groups,
Yeah.
everything else. Nice. Awesome.
And then Saturday is always one of my favorites and is important to me. Hockey Fights Cancer
Yeah.
on Saturday.
That's a huge one too, you know, because if you know someone or you know a loved one who's battled cancer, or you yourself have battled and hopefully won that battle with cancer, this is a night in celebration of all the warriors out there. We have people signing out the little slips that they can hold up to show their love to the people that they know that have fought this courageous fight, and it's a good theme. And do we have specialized jerseys for this as well?
Yeah, we actually, I think for the first time since I've been working, it's not going to be for the full game, but we do have warm-up specialty jerseys.
Nice.
That we'll be wearing.
Have you seen them? I haven't seen them.
I've seen them like briefly. I don't have a photo right now
Oh.
to show you.
Okay. No, I was just curious.
But I can text
are
someone
they cool?
quickly.
What
and
does it
see
look
if they
like?
can- I think.
They're-
they're obviously
they're
like
usually,
they're the lavender theme.
Yeah,
Okay.
lavender and pink, right? We usually have a pink. There was a cancer jersey that we had several years ago.
my very first season. Yeah. It
Yes,
was
that
the
looked
pink
like
one, though.
that looks
Like
like pink.
neon green.
Ooh.
I mean neon pink. Sorry.
Yeah, neon pink.
Yeah.
It looked like Bret Hart's outfit. That jersey I wanted so bad, and unfortunately, I think we auctioned it off. And like my jersey, like all my favorite jerseys, I've auctioned off now to fans, which have my name on it, which is great to see them come out and wear the jersey. And of course, it goes to a great cause each and every year. But selfishly, I'm like, damn, I really want that jersey. Even just this last Veterans Day one that we had, or the military night.
Such a good
I
jersey.
should have brought you.
Yeah,
The
you
other one
do it
that I
over
have,
the
yeah.
weekend, right? But yeah, so there our military appreciation jerseys were fire.
They were so good.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was begging Bob, the president, to be able to keep my jersey, and he said, "Here's the deal, Beef. If people bid on it, we want you to auction off this jersey. But if you get up to $500 for your jersey, I'll hook you up with like a gift certificate to cold beers and cheeseburgers." And I'm like, all right, well, there's a little incentive for me not to have this jersey. And so it was at the end of the auction, and really, like, the auction wasn't like overwhelming. It was actually a lot lower than normal years.
It went really fast.
It did go
It did
fast.
really fast.
And so it didn't seem like there was that many people bidding, and some of our usual bidders weren't out there. So I'm thinking to myself while doing this, okay, my jersey's safe. At the very least, I get to keep it. And then so, like, at the very end, as a throwaway, I'm like, all right, that's all the time we have, unless you guys wanted to bid on my jersey. But it seems like you don't. And as soon as I said that, someone's like, I'll bid. And I'm like, son of a bitch. All right, starting off at 200. I got 200. All right, is that it? 200, 200. Oh, we got 250. Son. And then someone from the very top of the foyer was like, oh, 500. I'm like, oh.
At the concourse level?
Yes.
Like all the way at the top.
Yeah,
Oh
they were
my
on their
gosh.
way out, and they stopped, and they're like, no, he had a Beef jersey. Let me get that. So shout out to them. And for $500, my jersey went, and they got the jersey, which I'm envious of, but I'm supposedly getting the gift certificate to cold beers and cheeseburgers. So, yeah, which should be a good time.
Expecting an invite.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, so is Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan and I
I'll
are
invite
expecting
you
an invite.
as soon as you
After
invite me
Wicked last
to the movie screening Wicked. All right, so both games, the puck drop is at 7:05. What other promotions are going on this weekend? Maybe like ticket promotions, packages, things like that we could talk about, or fun stuff that we're going to be doing this weekend.
I know that for Faith and Family Night, there's some sort of deal for obviously group sales, but particularly like religious organizations and churches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's something.
You put like promo code John 316 and then
We should.
yeah.
Let's see what I'm just looking through my calendar. Obviously we're playing Calgary, so if you never heard the Canadian national anthem being
Oh, yeah.
performed, you
Oh,
can hear that
yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah, nice.
A rare occurrence in Tucson.
And got my boy Donor playing again.
Who's your boy?
So
Donor?
actually,
Donor.
I brought your tickets.
Okay.
And I made them out for Beef
Yeah, 5 E's.
from Donor with a little heart.
Yeah, that's
So-
right. That's my boy Donor
Got
hooked
him
us
right
up with
there,
tickets.
yeah.
So why don't we hook up someone else with these tickets and stuff? If you want to be a Beef VIP for this Friday night's Faith and Family night game against the Calgary Wranglers. It's Tucson Roadrunners versus Calgary Wranglers. Be caller number 10 right now, 600 KFMA, 605-362. All you got to say is Beef, and I'll hook you up, courtesy of my boy Donor, and that's
Ooh.
Josh Stone.
Also, next Wednesday, Thanksgiving game, oven mitt giveaway.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah.
we already got them in. They're pretty.
Yeah,
I like them.
nice.
How many?
They-
How many do they have?
Ooh, like 1,500, I want to say.
Oh. Yikes, they're gonna go
and
fast.
they're like little like hockey gloves as the oven.
Oh my
mitt.
God,
So-
that's cute.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. It's just in time for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So we are having a Thanksgiving game, but it's the day before Thanksgiving, Wednesday night.
Yeah,
You come out.
Wednesday.
When's the puck drop on that?
We both play Tuesday and Wednesday next week, 6:30 p.m. puck drop. I'm still in the initial planning stages of it, but I kind of want to do some sort of like turkey bowling or something out on the ice.
That's
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
Thanksgiving
Don't waste
game.
food, though. That's not a good look.
I know. So
Yeah.
I
So we can
gotta figure
donate that
out, yeah.
turkey if it's still wrapped.
Yeah. Or
No,
I get like I just like the little tiny turkeys, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's not a
And-
turkey. That's a
And then
Cornish
if they're
hen, bro.
frozen,
Well, okay.
don't argue
Cornish
semantics
game
with beef.
We'll figure it
Google
out.
something
Let's figure
really
it out on the
fast.
podcast. But I'm going to give out these tickets, which I got caller number 10 right now. Let's find out who it is and see if they say beef. Rock 102.1, what do you got to say?
Donor.
All right, close enough. I wanted you to say beef with 5 E's, but there you go. All right, I'm hooking you up with a 4-pack of tickets. Stay on the line here. I'm going to get all your info. Let's hit that reset, and we're going to figure out this turkey promo together.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/Beefiga. Music on the way from Beck and POD and Rock 102.1. All right, get out of here, Kim.
All right, bye, guys.
All right,
Bye.
Love you guys.
I will see you soon. All right, Rock. Who is this, by the way?
This is Sean.
Sean.
Beef.
All right, Sean, here's what I need you to do. Email me, beef@kfma.com, and give me your phone number, and then I will have them text your tickets to you here.
So beef@kfma.com.
That's right. And then give me your phone number. So your full name and your phone number in the message that you're going to email me, and then you'll receive a 4-pack of tickets for this Friday night's game, okay?
I will do it.
All right, thanks, Sean. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Beef. Appreciate it.
All right, take it easy. I'll see you at the game too. Make sure you say hi. All right, so Ryan, for that too, I gotta text those tickets for Sean because we gotta get it in the system, and then I gotta talk to you about getting tickets for the entire season because man, it's a shit show here. So I want to try to be as planned as possible because I got to get this in the system.
Yeah.
And there's things I can't even talk about on the stream as far as our organization but getting them on a Tuesday, it's a tough thing to get everything in this playlist. So luckily we have Mix has some on-site events that they're gonna give out some tickets, physical tickets.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have Summer pop in here. Let's see. You here? Boom. Good. All right. Well, with that said, let me hit the hard reset as we get ready for what we're going to do next. Yesterday or this morning, Rico did a 5-star review. And in case you missed it, I guess I don't have it downloaded yet. Damn it. I was so. Yeah, it was a good one. It is a good one. And I'm going to share it with you here in just a second. Yeah. All right. Stall for me, Mari.
What is your favorite color?
Yellow.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Wait, why is it yellow?
So I never wear this actual color. It's just always been my favorite color because when I was growing up, I really liked smiley faces, and smiley faces were yellow.
Oh,
Okay.
it's that
That's-
color of happiness.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is it really? But if someone sends you a yellow heart emoji, that means they're friend zoning you.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately,
Just
I
don't
do.
hear yellow as people's favorite color that often, but it
I
makes
like,
sense.
I like to be unique.
Yeah.
I like to be
Yeah,
unique,
he's super unique.
Wow, what a gem.
So, whenever it was like,
what a find, what a catch.
yeah, when everyone's like, how do you like that your friend Ryan? I'm like, well, he's unique. So that's good. You got that going on. Dave Redbeard says, I think Ryan's doing a great job. He even put my name on the board because Dave had his birthday recently and stuff. And you are doing a great job, which has been fantastic.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, it's, Ryan's opportunity, it was preparation meets opportunity. As, we had this scenario where, Mark, our game ops manager, had to come in and fill in. And for whatever reason, the Coyotes organization didn't like Mark too much. So they're like, you can only do this temporary. You need to find yourself a replacement. And Ryan was an intern coming out of U of A. And
Right.
yeah.
So that's your job now.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
game ops.
Congrats.
Yeah,
And
thank
this
you.
is a lucrative position to have in sports organizations,
yeah.
period. Because and you don't even think about this, but every single professional sports game, there's a game ops manager, the ones who are doing all the different, make some noise, little clips, all the things you see on the video board, everything that seems seamless and just entertaining
Wow, that's
nonstop.
you.
That's him.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And he has to know, he has to know the game inside and out, but then also the timing of everything. When the opportunities are to do certain things.
Wait, how do you choose people to highlight on the camera?
That's
Is
the one
that
thing he
you?
doesn't
Yeah,
do.
that's
Oh,
one thing.
I mean, are you in charge of that though?
Well, I mean, technically, kind of, sort of, yes.
It's the cameraman's job.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, we just kind of let them not
Choose
go
whoever?
hog wild, but
Right.
we've got experienced camera guys that we trust.
Are there
and,
tips though?
um,
Like choose the most happy looking person, or
it depends on what kind of camera we're doing. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
for our Halloween game, we did a costume cam. That's pretty self-explanatory. Find me people in costumes. and
Yeah, you
stands
just kind of
and
look
get 'em
out.
on.
but it's
for it.
up to the cameraman's discretion to really choose the best costume. So maybe he's a fan of Spider-Man. So
Kind
he'll
of,
go
sort
with
of,
the
but I
Spider-Man.
also have a technical director that is
Oh.
switching between the cameras and actually pressing the buttons to put certain things up on
Wow.
the video board.
Yeah.
So sometimes I will hear him on a headset telling camera guys, "Can you get me a different shot? I don't like that one."
Oh.
There you go. That's his
Yeah.
job.
Because
Yeah.
he can see the preview of both of the cameras before he switches to them.
Yes,
He's
I
not
like
just
it.
switching blind to a camera, and then all of a sudden it's just a
And
terrible
who-
shot. Or
what's his
something.
name again?
Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel.
yeah.
I was thinking Dave, but yeah, I knew it started with a D. Yeah, shout out Daniel. Daniel does a fantastic job. So he had basically this crew set in place, which is good. Eased in, but now as you're getting into your second full season as a game ops manager, you feeling the need to spread your wings a little bit, experiment a little bit, start putting your prints all over everything.
I definitely want to. One of the things that I will say sucked is because of the offseason that we had, I didn't feel like I could plan as much as I would have wanted to heading into the season
That is fair.
in terms of adding in new elements.
That is fair.
Now, I'm hoping that we get to a point at some point during the season where I feel like I'm in a rhythm again and we can start to expand some things and try some new things. It's
well-
just, we just had to make sure that we got up and running again
Yeah.
just to make sure the games even happened.
Of course, yeah, and I know it was a shit salad for sure you had to deal with, and but okay, so what is a in-game promotion that you've always wanted to try but you haven't had the opportunity to try yet?
I really kind of I don't know if you've ever seen it, but some hockey teams have even giant slingshots as compared to our t-shirt slingshot.
Oh yeah,
And their intermission game, they literally do human bowling.
yes,
And they put somebody on literally a snow sled,
yes,
pull them back,
yes.
and then they got inflatable pins down there.
Oh, that's
Did you go
hilarious.
through the entire Coyotes closet, so to speak? Because
Not
there's
yet. I know
storage
that
sheds.
I have stuff.
Yeah,
I just haven't had time to go through it.
oh,
I mean, that's
find the time,
yeah,
bro.
I know.
You know,
Oh, I want to do human bowling. now.
everybody does. Are you kidding me? I want to host it. I think that would be hilarious. And I've seen those video clips that he's talking about. And yeah, obviously everybody loves those, and that's part of the appeal of hockey is those intermission games for sure. It would be fascinating, be wild if they had that in storage. Now, when you went up to the Coyotes game, you got to do an intermission game. And what was that game?
That was the giant beach ball,
Right.
almost not like a tug of war, but it was like, you each had your side, and by the time like the 60 seconds were up, you were trying to have it on your opponent's side.
Yeah. So
Have you ever seen the video of me getting
knocked
down
out by
by
it?
the
No.
by the beach ball?
But I didn't. So you could send it to me. But at the same time, can we do that one?
I'm hoping that I have that beach ball.
You definitely
and I need
have
to find
that.
it.
Yeah, unless
and then
somebody stole that.
Then I got to find some sort of like industrial air compressor to inflate it.
That's what
But we can-
Brandon's
we can
for.
get that.
We're just blowing up, dude.
You got it.
You've been doing your cardio. Those lungs
Yeah.
are getting bigger. Come on, man. For real though. Honestly. So yeah, I would love to see that. What?
You should have somebody dress as a turkey and be the human turkey for the human bowling, like in a turkey suit.
Well,
I mean, I love to. It's just such a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
I can look at it though.
yeah. I mean, we have to
You can
buy a
rent
human
one.
turkey thing.
No, rent a turkey costume from the place down Broadway. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon has a
Gaslight.
giant turkey,
So-
but you'd have to physically abuse him to get him into the rink, right?
So when you were talking about not wasting food, I know that Kim has a lot of connections at the food bank. Is it even worse to take turkeys from the food bank and use those? as
Initially,
opposed to
I
just
was gonna
buying
say,
them?
take a frozen turkey, bowl with it, and then donate it. But the problem is, on the ice, it would probably scratch the plastic,
Yeah.
and then you'd have that
Yeah.
gross ass, like
Can't use that.
you would end up killing somebody inadvertently, giving him E. coli and shit.
And that
it's
is
worse
not-
than a McDonald's quarter pounder.
And that is not the ice that you want to.
No.
It's even worse than when they say like don't eat the yellow snow. I mean,
Yeah,
there's,
dude, it's
there's
spit,
blood,
it's
sweat,
blood.
and spit,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
frozen into
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef
Oh.
Vegan Presents. Yeah, we're live on the air. But yeah, the people don't understand that and when it comes to the ice, because we were talking about, maybe doing like a turkey bowl as an intermission. But then you're like, well, how can you do that in a time of need, right? Holidays, there's, we were doing food drives currently as you speak. And I'm like, well, I thought for a split second, if you bowl with the turkey, then you could donate said turkey to a food bank, but you don't want to do that because the hockey ice is probably the most disgusting surface after each period that you can imagine. As
Interesting.
yeah, Ryan
They
was
like
saying.
stuff in their mouth though. Doesn't that like catch a bunch of stuff?
No, dude. So here's the deal. These boys, when they're on the ice, not only are they sweating, right, but they're hawking loogies left and right, just
Oh.
spitting all over it.
Oh.
Then they're bleeding as well. So like, you never know what kind of germs from any of those any like substance a human body can produce. Somehow
it's out there.
It's out there.
It's out there.
After
And
every intermission.
Poor Hannah, ice crew Hannah,
Yeah.
got spit on last season as she was going by the benches clearing snow.
Right.
Oh.
And not on purpose, but the
Yeah,
boys are just
yeah.
so used to just like if you got something in there, just hawk it out. And they're pros at that too, because they're professional athletes, so they can hawk a loogie with the type of speed and like
And accuracy.
accuracy that would take out an eyeball. So
Wow.
yeah, she got hit in the temple, and I believe that was her first concussion. So not great. So yeah, the idea of saying bowling a frozen turkey, which has been done before and is fun, but you just could not donate that turkey afterwards. That's like a one and done. So then maybe like a fake bowling turkey. I don't know. We live in sensitive times, Ryan.
I know.
But there's got to be something that is with the theme of Thanksgiving, and it's going to be so fun doing a Wednesday night Thanksgiving game. And I feel like this is the first one that this team has done in
Yeah.
my entire run where we've had a game right before Thanksgiving. So all the families should be coming out for this one, and that's next Wednesday at the Tucson Arena, and we're playing Coachella.
Yeah, Coachella.
Yeah, which is a rival as well. Like F those guys, right?
Yeah.
In general.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure personally they're great, but the team itself, like screw them. They're pretty good, and this would be a good one to win. What are some other things for the Wednesday Thanksgiving game?
Let me check and see.
Here, I'll give you some theme music you could do while you're putting that
Oh,
together.
alright, yeah.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I mean, I already said oven mitt giveaway on Wednesday. Very excited for that.
Just
Yeah.
Wednesday, not Tuesday, right?
Just Wednesday. Just
Yeah.
To
Wednesday.
the first 1,500 people.
Yes.
Look at you.
I want that oven mitt, man.
Well, then come early.
I
You
know.
have to come early for sure.
Yeah.
But bring out the boys. It's fun for the entire family.
Oh, so fun.
Oh yeah. So you come in for the Wednesday night Thanksgiving game?
Yeah, my sister's in town, so maybe they want to come.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even though you secretly still hate your sister for that whole Gumby doll fiasco. All right, what else?
I know that we've got a ton of ticket promotions going on right now. Like I said, with the Faith and Family Nights. I know that Hockey Fights Cancer has some stuff in there. We've got family packs available for certain games.
Yeah. TucsonRoadrunners.com.
So, yeah.
There's tons of great like hookups.
TucsonRoadrunners.com. We'll have everything. Just call our general puck line. The phone number.
Sounded like you cursed for a second. Okay,
No,
Lindsay's
puck
asking, what
line.
about an inflatable turkey? What can you do with an inflatable turkey for the Wednesday night game?
Like an inflatable turkey costume, or literally just like a little inflatable turkey?
Yeah, I mean either or. So like, say we rent an inflatable turkey costume, and then make Brandon wear it, right? Huh? Is there a way we can do an intermission where you're like chasing and got to catch, or lasso the turkey?
Lasso
the
the turkey.
turkey.
I'd have to think about that, and there's so many good ideas, and trying to put together what exactly would be funny.
Yes.
People wouldn't be saying, "What the F is this?"
Right.
And also the timing has to work too. 'Cause
Yeah.
obviously, we can't be out there for
Too
more
long.
than like
I
5
know.
minutes.
I know. Well, what, you think they can't catch Brandon in an inflatable turkey outfit? I feel like I can lasso him in like 30 seconds, and then I definitely now
But then
want to
I don't
try.
want it to go too quick like that either.
Yeah,
Because
That's true.
I don't want to do it. We don't have enough T-shirts to do a 4-minute T-shirt toss. So I got to
know.
make sure that the intermission game is like 2.5 minutes, because then the other 2.5 minutes is T-shirt toss.
Yeah. Well, either way,
If we're so concerned about wasting turkeys, which I get it, it's a valid concern. I don't want to do that.
and that's my own personal concern. I'm sure
Yeah.
no one was thinking that until me. I had to be the Karen about the situation. Like,
No, I
you
was-
don't want to get
I was already
canceled. It's
thinking
only
about
a
it.
turkey. We should be fine. I mean, food drives are asking for canned food, so that's not. I mean, there are turkey drives as well. But you could buy 2 turkeys. One turkey we'll bowl with, and then the other turkey we'll donate to a charitable food source.
Yeah.
Done and
Yeah,
done.
maybe just do it like that. Yeah.
Well, we're still figuring this out. Let's hit the reset
It's a
on the
work in
FM side.
progress.
We
Work
got a
in
beef
progress.
tip, and like all these beef tips generally sometimes resonate with me for whatever reason. So I just had a birthday weekend, and when you have a birthday weekend, sometimes you get the birthday blues.
Yes.
So coming up in your beef tip, 5 ways that you could become happy. I'm going to share that with you right after these words. I know, isn't that emotional? So stick around. Your beef tips coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents. You immediately go to mom mode and like, hold me. But yeah, maybe if we did, because honestly, turkey bowling is an institution that's fun. It's easy. And it's fun to do. Don't let my hypochondria about cancel culture get in the way.
I thought about doing it because this is something that I used to actually do in Cub Scouts
Okay.
around Thanksgiving, so I'm very familiar with it.
Okay.
But I think a different time. That was probably around 2002, 2003, 2004
Yeah.
that I was doing that. I don't think there was as much concern about that. But when I thought about actually doing that at our game, as a little childhood nostalgia, I was like, I got to figure out how people can't be upset that we're just yeeting turkeys around the ice.
How many turkeys would we need?
We could probably do it with one, and then have another one and donate that one.
Well, look.
Or we bowl with the Cornish game hens.
Yes,
Get
and then
2 of those and then
nobody
donate
gives
a
a
turkey.
shit. Yeah, nobody gives a shit about Cornish game hens, which is fine. They won't even eat them. Here's a fun fact about a Cornish game hen, right? So I've been looking at these things, and I always look for alternatives for chicken wings, because I fear that we're gonna have a chicken wing shortage, and they're one of my
Really?
favorite foods.
Ooh, not mine.
Yeah. Whatever.
Wait, bone in or bone out?
Bone in.
Okay.
Yeah, bone out is not chicken wing anyways. It's
It's a
chicken
chicken
nugget.
nugget.
I'm a fan of both, and I argue that both are wings.
Well, they're
just-
not. So that argument is wrong, and that's fine. So here is what I did, though, is Cornish game hens. I'm like, if I had a restaurant as an appetizer, what if I just made a Cornish game hen like a chicken wing, right? Prepare it like a chicken wing, and that's like an appetizer. Well, I had a my pizza place right by my house. Tochi's was, like a block away from my house. It was my go-to pizza place. He's kind of like a loose sponsor of my show, and he was my buddy Johnny, and he owned this pizzeria. So I come in with this Cornish game hen one day, and I was like, Johnny, hey, this is an odd request. Can you make this? Can you deep fry this Cornish game hen for me and toss it in your wing sauce? I want to see if it will be good, And he's like, He's like, well, I gotta cut it in half, and he had to do all these things. I thought you could just drop the whole thing.
Yeah.
But he did it for me. And it was delicious. We sliced it in half. So basically what I got was 2 halves of a whole Cornish game hen. Toss in a beautiful red chicken wing sauce, and I had my ranch on the side. And then I ate that. Now, it was a lot of work. Obviously, there's a lot more bones and whatnot than an average chicken wing. But it worked. It worked for the most part. So if there was a chicken wing shortage, as long as there's Cornish game hens out there, I think there was something that we could get away with. He didn't add it to his menu. But yeah, he was cool enough to at least do it for me. And it's such a stupid, odd stoner thought. I'm like, oh, what if, And he's just like, all right, whatever, beef. Okay, here, go. Here you go. So, so if you did Cornish game hens, they're easier to kind of bowl. They might be bad for the ice, to be honest with you, because they could probably get so much muscle on it, it might chip the ice. But yeah, so would a frozen turkey, though, huh?
Yeah, I think the Cornish game hen would be
Safer.
Yeah, safer.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be too concerned. Now, the other thing that I've been thinking about is how do I keep them frozen up until then? I was almost going to ask our equipment manager, can I throw them in your puck freezer? And we'll just come grab them at the first intermission.
That's a good thought.
You freeze the pucks?
Yeah. So fun fact about hockey, all the
Wow.
pucks are frozen.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
It makes them faster.
Makes them faster,
Then
bounces
they
better on
thaw?
the ice.
Like, how long do they thaw for before you have to replace it with another frozen puck? Every round?
So usually, whenever a puck goes out of play, obviously that one's gone and they grab a new one.
Oh.
I don't know if there's any protocol if they've been using the same puck for 5 minutes, they have to go grab a new frozen one. But it's on the ice for most of the time anyway, so it stays frozen.
It stays frozen.
Doesn't really thaw out too much.
Fascinating.
Yeah. I know. See, you learn a lot.
I know.
Just being on this show.
Wow, frozen pucks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a good spot for it then. The frozen game hens.
Yeah, I think it could work. I think for bowling would be fun. And yeah. Hey, did you know using abbreviations in text can make you seem insincere? So if you do things like IDK or SMM or whatever, or GOAT, if you do that, that's considered less sincere. Just sharing that little stat.
Have you
greatest of all
heard-
time.
Have you heard about the yellow thumbs up emoji that everyone thinks is passive aggressive? I get those all the time from Bob.
Oh, they're so passive aggressive.
Well, I think after a certain age, you could just accept it as surface value.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
With
my
the yellow
mom-
Bob's
thumbs up
over
emoji,
50. Yeah, he means it.
with the younger people.
Yeah,
people are
they're telling
getting
you
it-
to go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all thinking I'm in trouble.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I never
didn't
gave you a
even-
thumbs up, right?
I don't think so.
No, I
Like,
haven't.
Bob-
Rock
Bob-
on 2.1.
Bob didn't even want to type anything out to me. He couldn't build up the confidence. Just yellow thumbs up. That's all he wanted to do.
No, yeah, we're talking about a text that can make you seem insincere because a study said using abbreviations in text can make you seem insincere. But then Ryan, who is, you 25 now?
26.
26, right? He knows that the lingo of getting just a thumbs up emoji could be a passive aggressive way to tell you to go F yourself.
Absolutely.
Depending on who you're getting it from. Now, he gets it from his boss, Bob, all the time. And we know Bob as a good dude. He means the thumbs up when he sends the thumbs up. It's not like, whatever, kid. So, all right. Well, let's get into a beef tip before we wrap things up. But just a reminder, back-to-back games happening this weekend, Friday and Saturday night. Your Tucson Roadrunners are facing off against the Calgary Wranglers. And you can get your ticket information, TucsonRoadrunners.com. We'll be giving out tickets the rest of the week here on the show. And then next week, we got Tuesday, Wednesday games with the Roadrunners. Wednesday being the day before Thanksgiving. And that's going to be a special game that is offering Tucson Roadrunners customized oven mitts for the first 1,500 people in attendance. So you got to make sure you get there early. Got to get those tickets as well, TucsonRoadrunners.com. Before we leave, I'd like to give you a beef tip. Here's 5 things you can do to be happier. Oh. There it is. All right. And again, sometimes I'll come across these things. I'm like, I need that. So I take that and I share that with you guys as well. First off, find things you can be fully absorbed in. Now, initially, I think dirty in this, but
Yes.
don't. When you're fully engaged in something, you didn't notice the passage of time. It's called the flow state, and it's associated with more joy. So get with the flow, okay? Also, number 2, practice random acts of kindness. It can make you feel generous and capable and bring more joy to your life.
You did that today.
I did. I got you a coffee,
look at that.
and that's a
Yeah.
friend. The other day at a red light, I gave a homeless man a In-N-Out gift card for a
Wow.
double-double. I stole those from Ryan. All right. Number 3, nurture your relationships. Research show that they can be more important to happiness than money, your job, or even your health. So reach out to a loved one, nurture those relationships. Number 4, express gratitude. I appreciate you, Mari.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Ryan.
I
You're a good
appreciate
boss.
you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Beef.
Yeah, see, I was feeling a little better. That darkness inside
This
is
is what I
starting to
needed
dissipate.
today,
Yeah. Hey, you want a gift card in and out? I got you. All right, and finally, the number 5 and the 5 things that do to make you happier: celebrate good news. Give yourself a pat on the back when you've earned one, and celebrate others people's wins too. Again, it's about being grateful and fostering community. If you do these 5 things, you will be a happier person. And that is your beef tip. All right. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for listening to the show. Don't forget to subscribe, youtube.com/beefvegan. Go to our Instagram. Check me out practically naked in a cold plunge. And we will see you this weekend at the Tucson Roadrunners games, TucsonRoadrunners.com for ticket information. Ryan, thank you for coming in and hanging with us. For the rest of you guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Robin Nash is up next. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you
All right, there you
wish
go. See?
upon a side of beef,
Want a gift card?
soon will
Want a gift card?
come
Yeah.
an end to
We'll
all
get some
your
more this
grief.
weekend.
But if you've been mean or kind
Thanks,
of
guys.
bad,
We'll see you tomorrow.
I will knock out all
Babuski.
your teeth.
I wasn't lying. Here you go. Here's your gift card.